Hello, my fabulous artists. Today we are making salt dough. So we need a couple of ingredients and some tools. So we are going to use flour, just all-purpose flour, table salt, water, and we need some tools like a spoon, and we're using solo cups in class, but you guys at home, if you want to use a bowl, whatever you've got is fine as long as it's big enough to hold your ingredients. And we need some measuring cups, 1/2 cup and 1/4 cup. So to make our ornament, we're making snowmen, and to put the hole in, I use a straw. So I just go in like that and make this little hole. That way when it dries, you can hang it with a ribbon or a piece of yarn and put it on your tree. If you don't have a straw, you can just use your pencil and press the hole in. But the straw, I really do recommend. It makes a really nice clean hole. So let's talk about some rules respecting our environment. So I have put down some parchment paper to keep my area neat and clean, and also it helps me to work with the salt dough. But if you don't have parchment paper, you can use like a brown paper bag, like a grocery bag, or just a plastic tablecloth, whatever you've got. I put this sandwich bag under my ornament, which is fine so that it can dry, but it's not really a great work surface. So if you have parchment paper, great, or you can just use paper, brown paper bag, or plastic tablecloth. Okay, so let's get our snowman out of the way. All right, so this is the salt dough, and it kind of has the consistency of Play-Doh. So if you are not able to make the salt dough today and you brought your Play-Doh, that is fine. You can play with your Play-Doh until we get to the ornament making part, and then you can make your ornament out of Play-Doh. But it's really fun to make salt dough, and it only takes those 3 simple ingredients: flour, salt, and water. So you see, this is not sticking to my hands. It's not gluey, okay? So we're working for this consistency, and I will show you how to make it. So let's get started. All right, so I'm going to take my solo cup and a 1/2 cup measure. Okay, so getting my flour. Now I will tell you, sometimes it's not an exact science. You may find that your salt dough is a little too sticky, and if that's the case, what you can do is just go add another pinch of flour. And you just keep mixing a little bit at a time until you get the right consistency. Remember, it should be like this, okay? It is not wet and sticking to my hands. So make sure you try and work towards this consistency. It's like making bread, like pizza dough. All right, now for a 1/4 cup of salt. So I hope you're doing this with me at home. In class, I will come around and give everybody what they need. But at home, I want you guys working with me, pouring in your ingredients. So here's my 1/4 cup of salt. Okay, so I want to mix those together first. When we mix, we are mixing from the bottom up. Bottom up, okay? So it's good to mix these together first. Helps kind of get everything going. All right, so now I need a 1/4 cup of water. So I'm going to add that next. All right. Make sure I got a 1/4 there. All right. Set that aside. All right, so again, mixing from the bottom up. Bottom up. Resist the urge to stick your fingers in here, otherwise it's just gonna get messy. So we are probably making enough of a mess, so we don't need to make it any worse. So today I really want you guys to remember your art rules, to aim to do your best, to do what is right, and to respect yourself, respect others, respect your environment. So yes, we can get messy in art, but we need to remember to respect our environment, try to keep it neat and clean. If you do make a mess, you clean up after yourself, okay? And I want you to trust in yourself. This is probably the first time many of you are making salt dough. So I want you to trust in yourself and your ability to learn. Enjoy the process. Don't get frustrated. Have fun. Okay. So you see, now it's starting to really stick together and coming together into a ball. So I'm going from bottom up. And now it's really sticking to my spoon. So don't try to just stir like this. That's not gonna work, okay? You gotta go from the bottom up and turn. You wanna get all of those dry bits mixed in. And the more you turn it, the more it sticks to the ball, and then it will mix together. See, now it's really coming together. And I press it down. You can do this too. Try to get everything together and then pick it up with your spoon and turn it. You see how whatever's left at the bottom sticks to it. So this takes patience. Again, resist the urge to stick your hand in here yet. Make sure it's fully all kind of stuck together. All right, now looks like it's pretty good. I'm gonna press it down again. So do this, guys. You can press it down, turn it. See, I got a little bit more on there now. You can see the flour sticking to it. It takes time. All right, I think that that's pretty good. Yep, look at that. I got almost everything out of the cup. So now I'm going to put my ball of dough on my parchment paper. Get any pieces off of my spoon. Set that aside. All right, now start folding your dough. So once you take it out, you can kind of roll it in a ball. Press it flat. okay? And then grab one edge and fold it and press. Then grab another edge and fold it and press. Then grab the other edge and fold it and press. And fold it and press. And you're going to keep doing that. So top to bottom, side to side, side to side, bottom to the top, pressing. Now, take it in your hands, mush it together. You see how it shouldn't stick. Of course, you're going to get a little bit, but it's not like gluey. It's not sticking to your hands so badly that you can't really work with it. You have to be able to form this into something. Remember, we're going to make a snowman ornament. So our snowman is going to start with a circle. But our snowman needs a nose and eyes and mouth, and you can add other things like maybe a hat or a bow or a scarf, okay? So you are the artist. Get creative and decide what details you want to add to your snowman. First, everyone's going to start with a ball for the head. So I am going to divide my clay in half. Save some. Make a ball. Well, I called it clay. It's not actually clay, it's dough. Okay, so now we're going to put the ball down, press it flat. Just press it gently with your fingers. Try and make a nice little round shape head. Now, you don't want it to be too thick, especially if you're going to let it air dry. If you're going to bake it on 200 for an hour, then I guess you could make it a little thicker if you wanted to, but still I recommend that it's about a 1/4 inch thickness. So let's see if you can see this. See how thin that is? So you don't want to make it too thin, because then it's just gonna stick to the surface and you can't move it ever until it's like really, really dry. But, and it also break easy if it's too thin. So don't go too thin, but too thick will take way too long to dry. So about a 1/4 inch thickness. All right, so let's see. I'm pretty happy with my shape now. I am going to start adding the nose and the eyes, and then I'm going to think about some other details. So let's bring back my, here is my original snowman here. So I want to change it up. I want to do this next one different. So I am going to pinch some off for his carrot nose. All right, so you can make the carrot nose any size you want. I did this one pretty big. Maybe I'll do this one smaller. So actually I'll put some back. So now after I pinch a piece off, I roll it into a ball, okay? And then to turn that ball into a carrot nose, I'm going to roll my fingers across it like this, getting it to a point on one side, okay? So we call this making a coil. And this is not going to be an even coil because we're turning it into a carrot. So it's thicker on one end and thinner on the other. So I made this one a little different. And then pat down gently. That way it sticks to the surface. And you can shape it up a little. Okay. So remember, for like these little lines that you see here, I use the tip of my pencil. You can use a toothpick. That works too. Maybe a paper clip. Okay, so let's come up with some eyes. This time I'll do bigger eyes, and maybe I'll change the shape, or I'll add eyeballs. I haven't decided. Okay, here we go. Tap it on. Roll it into a ball. Tap it on. Okay, so I think this time I'm just going to change the shape a little bit. Change the shape. I'm going to pinch it a little. Yeah, and then maybe I'll just put a little piece inside, another little ball. For the eyeball. You could add eyelashes. Possibilities are endless. Totally up to you. Oh, and look, I could take my pencil and do a little pupil. Boop. Boop. All right. So now for the mouth. So for the mouth, you can do little circles and press them down. Okay. Or you can make a coil. Again, like this. Roll it, roll it, roll it. Little wormies actually are called coils. And you can use this to make the smile. I'm not really into that one, so I'm going to stick with the circles. So let me think. I guess I'll start here. Doop. All right. Another one. I'm just going to keep going the whole way. This guy had a cheek, but I don't want to do that again. I think I'll keep the smile simple this time and just have. So when these dry, we're going to paint them. So you can use different colors. Maybe you want to have the traditional coal pieces, painted black or charcoal color, and then orange carrot nose. See how I just pinch a little piece? I want to try to get them about the same size. So I pinch a piece off, I roll it, I kind of look at what I've done, and then I see that it's about the same size. Roll it again and press it on. Okay, now you have a snowman's face. Okay, so once that's done, you're going to take a straw or a pencil, okay, and press. Make sure you leave space from the top because you want your ornament to hold up. You don't want it to break. So leave a nice little space there. That's a little more than a 1/4 inch. Okay, there we have our ornament. Once this dries, so it'll take about a week to dry, and then we'll paint it. If you decide you want to bake it, it'll get done faster. But here in class, we're going to leave them drying on our plastic bag with our name written in Sharpie. Okay, so I'll help you guys out putting holes for your ornament. At home, you're on your own. Maybe you have a parent's help. Use your pencil or a straw. All right, guys. Well, have fun. I hope you enjoyed it.